Hey y'all, I'm Attica Scott, former Kentucky State Representative.
They're asking me about everything, local, state, federal, all the time. How do I do this? How do I do that? Why can't I get a speed hump? What's going on with the consent decree? Hey y'all, welcome to Ask Attica. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning. Hey y'all, welcome to this episode of Ask Attica. It's been a minute, but we're back with our Friday morning conversations. We have two amazing guests today from For Ladies' Sake. Y'all, For Ladies' Sake is addressing period poverty right here in our own backyards, y'all, providing products to folks in need. And they have a huge fundraiser coming up, Dining for Dignity. They'll talk more about that, but for full transparency, I'm all in, just so y'all know. So, of course, thank you as always to Stay Live Streams for hosting us on their platform. So you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. Please be sure to share this with folks who want to know more about the important work that's happening to address period poverty right here in Louisville. And actually, I know y'all know folks across Kentucky as well. And then also make sure if you have any comments or questions for our guests that you drop them in the comments, and we'll be sure to get to them as soon as possible. So I want to start. I shared just a little bit about For Ladies' Sake, but before we jump right into that, can you share with folks who are watching, what are both of your respective roles with For Ladies' Sake? So what does that mean you do on a daily basis, just so folks can get a better idea?
Absolutely. So I'm Candace Crawford. I'm the founder and CEO of For Ladies' Sake. So the For Ladies' Sake is my brainchild, and so it's been really exciting to work as CEO, kind of overseeing the growth and continuing to ensure that we're working through the mission and vision of the organization.
Hi, and I'm Raina Kemp. I'm the executive director, so I deal with a lot of the day-to-day operations, thinking overall about strategy, marketing, distribution, just a lot of the things that get us running for our mission and beyond.
Right. Thank y'all so much. So we've jumped into y'all telling us about what you do on a regular basis at For Ladies' Sake. We're going to jump into the work of For Ladies' Sake, but I want to ask you a question that I often ask some of my favorite guests, and that is, what is bringing you joy today?
So today, honestly, being a part of Ask Attica is bringing me so much joy. All morning, I've been like, it's the day, it's the day. So I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much for providing this platform and the work that you've done in general. It really does mean a lot to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here as well, too. I think what's bringing me joy is almost the weekend. It's Friday. So looking forward to the weekend. There's lots of things going on around Louisville. Fall has definitely hit us with this cold front. I'm looking forward to layering up and just getting ready for the fall season.
I love that so much. And y'all, just before we got started, we were humming, singing, whatever, tunes to television shows. And I just have to say that our producer, who I will not name by name, but, I'm tempted to do so, but I won't, has never watched A Different World. So if you happen to know who our producer is, just know that they've never watched A Different World. And so anyway, I'm going to stay focused here. So,
Get 'em.
so, okay, here we go. All right, so you talked about your brainchild.
Yes.
So can you talk about what sparked the creation of For Ladies' Sake? What gaps were y'all trying to fill? And then what do you wish more people understood about period poverty?
Yeah, I'd love to start with that one. So this was in 2016 when For Ladies' Sake was born, just across the street at the Dollar Tree on Broadway, West Broadway. I was going into the Dollar Tree, and a young lady stopped me on the sidewalk and said, "Would you get me some tampons when you go in?" I said, "Absolutely. Do you want food or anything?" She said, "Honestly, if you could just give me some tampons, I would be so grateful." So I went in, got her tampons, got her little snack too, because everybody loves a snack. And the relief that I saw come over her entire body when I handed her those tampons is something that still, every time I talk about it, gives me chills. I will never forget. And that really made me think, well, what do people do when they're on their period if they're unhoused or if they're facing financial instability? And I found some really scary things out. People are using really unsanitary methods to maintain their dignity. People are missing work. People are missing school because they don't have access to those products. And it was really concerning for me. So at the time, I just worked with my church and things like that to get products out. We worked with Family Scholar House and some local outreach organizations. And that was kind of what started for Lady's Sake. And it was just to fill that gap of not having to decide between essential and essential. Oftentimes, period products are deemed a luxury, hence the tax. And so it was really important for Lady's Sake to make those period products accessible, no questions asked. Did you want to add anything to that?
No, you got it.
Okay.
Well, can you
Yeah.
talk about where did the name For Lady's Sake come from?
Oh my goodness. So the name For Lady's Sake, it's so interesting that you asked that, and people don't really ask that question a lot. I went back to my home after that interaction, and I called my mom. And my mom, I don't know if you know my mom, Cheryl Rouse. If you know my mom, she is a mess.
I started to fangirl. Yo,
Okay,
your mama.
yeah, that's my mama.
Don't tell her I was trying to say.
Listen, you did. You sang. I heard you. So I go and I call, and I bounce everything off my parents, and I'm like, man, we have to do something. I'm an action girl. I hate to see a gap and then just be like, oh, that sucks. So I said, what can we do? What is it for? And so I started throwing a bunch of stuff out there, and it was my mom actually who said, For Lady's Sake. And I said, that's it. Let's do it. We got it. And so my mom is the brainchild behind the name itself. And I want to be very clear that within our mission, we work with not only women, folks who identify as women, but folks who have periods who are gender nonconforming as well. So the name For Lady's Sake may seem a little excluding, but it is a very inclusive organization, and we do it for the people.
Listen, I love that so much on so many levels because, as a policy person, as a state rep, I was working on legislation to remove the tax from period products. And I'm thinking to myself, for goodness sake, come on now, right?
Exactly.
And then I heard For Lady's Sake, and I was like, yep, I'm feeling that.
That's
I'm feeling
the
that.
one.
All right. So before we go on break, I do want to ask you another question. So can you explain in plain terms how someone requests period products and how they get them out, or how you all get them out the door?
Yeah. You can start, and then I can wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, for Lady's Sake, we do a lot of our access work through strategic partnerships with other organizations in the community, specifically here at the West Opportunity Center in Goodwill, and several other shelters, transitional homes, the neighborhood house. So we do a lot of our access through them. So what we do is we have a Google form that's a access form where people can just literally ask for products. They put their contact information. They tell us how many people they're serving in the organization, and then they give us some drop-off times. And between us, our ambassadors, our volunteers, we try to drop off those products as soon as we possibly can. We both work full time, so we ask for a little bit of leniency there, and people are just so grateful that they get them that they usually don't say anything as far as that goes. But beyond just that part, that's how we started. But we wanted to be able to do something more than just that for those specific organizations and the people that serve. We're trying to make access as available as possible, especially for some of those who are unhoused and on the street and don't have a specific place to go at a specific time. Also, too, your period does not wait for business hours to start for you to go to an organization or a business who has it. So that really stemmed our most recent project that we call Period Pods. These are basically free little libraries that you've seen, but instead of having books in them, they have period products in them, and that makes it accessible 24/7 for anyone who might need it. We currently have those pods open on the property of the neighborhood house in Portland. We also have one available on Haywood Avenue in District 15. That's just right around the corner from Churchill Downs. We're in talks about getting another one soon that will give more details than we have. But those are just a few ways that we make it accessible for anyone to just, in a moment, go to those period pods. But outside of that, if you're wanting those for your establishment, whether it's a business or an organization, we have the Google form that is available on our website. The link in the bio on our social media, on Instagram and Facebook. It'll very plainly say period product request form, and it takes just a couple minutes to fill out, and we're pretty responsive. So we try to make it as easy as possible for people to get what they need.
I love all of that, especially the period pods, y'all. But also,
I think if I've seen it correctly on some of your social media or maybe on theirs, do y'all do any work at all with Period Y'all with Skylar Davis? I love me some Skylar Davis and the work that Skylar's doing across Kentucky with Period Y'all. So can y'all talk some about the work y'all do with Skylar and Period Y'all?
Absolutely. Yeah, so Skylar Davis is a powerhouse. And her work with Period Y'all has been really, really influential in the menstrual equity lobby work that we're starting to get into. So the majority of our work with Skylar has been working through some of that lobbying. The other side of that is Skylar is so gracious, and that's what's so beautiful. Skylar got a big donation of period products and didn't just keep them for Period Y'all. She reached out to For Lady's Sake, hey, got a big donation, come get you some, kind of thing. And so it has been, we've been able to really communicate about the needs. And while she's doing that work, especially in Appalachian counties, we're doing that work really in this more urban area. The mission, the vibe, all of it is so similar. And so we're really, really grateful to have her as a mentor, unofficial mentor, right? But just through watching her leadership, it has been really, really powerful. And again, just to share with us says so much about her heart and just who she is.
Yeah. So, shocker, y'all. People have periods in urban areas, suburban areas, and rural areas. No. So, just in case you were wondering, they happen everywhere. And we can say period.
We can?
Yeah, we can. Okay.
Period.
Yeah, that's it, period. Yeah. So, and I'm going to make sure that y'all throughout drop the link and ways in which folks can reach out to you, because you mentioned the Google form on the website or the link tree. Yep. So how can people find the link tree?
Yeah, the link tree is available on our website at forladysake.com. That's FORLADYS. SAKE. And then also on our social media, which is spelled the same way, Instagram and Facebook. The link in our bio goes to our link tree that you can get all of the information, including that form, to know more about our fundraisers, the different ways that you can get in touch with us, from our phone number to our emails, pretty much anything that you want to know to be able to stay in touch with us and get involved with us is available on that link tree. So social media is probably the quickest way to get there, but you can go on our website to get a bunch of things, including that link tree, and different ways that you can get involved.
Awesome. All right, y'all, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with For Lady's Sake.
Healthy Business Connect Us empowers families to thrive through holistic well-being, early child development, and accessible health care.
We are committed to fostering connections, knowledge sharing, and support networks that enhance the physical, mental, and emotional health of children, parents, and caregivers.
By building bridges between healthcare providers, social services organizations, educators, and families,
we aspire to create a world where every child experiences a healthy and nurturing start.
Setting the foundation for a brighter future.
Through every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Ask Attica with our guest from For Lady's Sake. So I want to get into the money part, okay, because this is where y'all can probably be supportive with For Lady's Sake. So you've got Dining for Dignity coming up. So I'd like to know, what is Dining for Dignity, who does it support, and how does it support For Lady's Sake?
Okay, so Dining for Dignity is our annual fundraiser. So grateful that we can say annual fundraiser now. Last year was our inaugural Dining for Dignity fundraiser, and it was amazing. We had a wonderful turnout. Food was sponsored by Biscuit Belly, and we brought Biscuit Belly back again. In all transparency, I love a good brunch. So we have a brunch experience that's coming. It is Sunday, October 19th at noon. We have a phenomenal keynote coming from someone who is so well versed in this world, but it's going to be amazing. We have DJ Bombshell. Alexis Matthews from WLKY is our fabulous MC, and Kivoko will be doing some line dancing after. This work about period poverty can feel really heavy, and we'll talk about some sensitive topics and subjects, and really a call to advocacy for our followers and supporters. So we're gonna have a good time too. The funds that come in, this is really the only big fundraiser that we host as an organization. Outside of that, we primarily host product drives, packing parties, things like that to bring physical products in. But by participating in our Dining for Dignity fundraiser, we're able to collect funds that not only support actual period products but it supports the development of initiatives like our period pods and really being able to support the education component. We do work through access, education, and legislation at For Lady's Sake, and so this fundraiser brings in funds that helps us to expand those initiatives in general. So that's Dining for Dignity.
Yes, Dining for Dignity this year, like she said, is going to be much bigger. We're inviting vendors to come as well. Last year, in our first year, it was so small. We wanted to kind of just let people have that awareness about us. But now we want to kind of share that wealth with other local businesses and nonprofits who want to be able to talk more about what it is that they do. But specifically, like she said, the money really goes towards just our operational costs with all of the things that we're trying to do. We're a very small team. We do not have any actual full-time staff. It's all being run off of volunteers, ambassadors, board members. But yeah, that money really goes far to help us be able to store the products, to be able to get those products back out to people who need them. Like you said, we have an educational component and where we teach young girls, young youth, and their family about